So I'm Eve Honeycutt, and I am a cooperative extension agent with North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I work for Lenoir and Greene counties here in Eastern North Carolina, and my main focus is livestock. So I work with large and small producers of livestock, all species, from the folks who are commercial and sell wholesale animals on the open market to those that are, just hobby farmers and producing for themselves. And I recently read an article in The Guardian that really, made me want to shed some light a little bit more on some of the facts and misinformation that was part of that article. One of the points of the article was about this new pipeline that's going in Duplin and Sampson counties, parts of those areas, that is going to connect several hog farms and start to move some of the nutrients that have been processed from that and turn it into renewable natural gas. This is a wonderful project, and it is a true testament of the way that agriculture is becoming very modern. But people think that farmers should still have oxen in harness. I mean, they don't think that agriculture should modernize like the rest of the world. And this is a true this is a great example of how agriculture has modernized. The lagoon where the waste is held after the animals are produced or while the animals are being produced, it's not blood, it is poop, it is pee, but it's not blood, which is a lot of people think that red color from the lagoons comes from blood. That is not true. That red or purplish, pinkish color actually is the natural bacteria present, just like your septic tank, same way the septic tank works. That natural bacteria that's in there breaking down all of that solids is called purple sulfur bacteria, and that the more good bacteria you have in there, the more purple or pink it is. So when it's purple or pink, that's good. That means it's working, it's doing its job. In covering these lagoons, like they say in the article, what it does is it enables us to capture that methane, that all of those gases and several other nutrients that are produced when waste starts to degrade in that lagoon. We're capturing that, and we're able to, through a very scientific process, pipe it underground and send it to a processing station, so to speak. And to convert it to natural gas, it's then put back into the pipeline for homeowners to use. The reason that this is happening is because the North Carolina legislature back in 2007, that was the year of the moratorium. And so that was the year that they made the moratorium permanent, and that meant that no more hog farms could be built in North Carolina unless they met some much stricter standards. That is almost impossible, so that's why we are still using the farms that have been in production all these years. But that same year, they also passed Senate Bill 3. So there's a requirement there. These companies have to do this. The Utility Commission has to find these ways to do this. Unfortunately, North Carolina, because we have so much pushback from communities about these projects, it has been really hard for North Carolina to move forward with this.
Say all the people filing the nuisance lawsuits win, and they continue to regulate the hog farm industry to the point where no new farms, I mean, they already have that one. Mm-hmm. What's left? What would happen?
So Eastern North Carolina would really crumble if we were to lose the whole industry of hog farming. Between the plant in Bladen County that processes all these hogs, they can process up to 600,000 hogs a day or over that. And that is a huge part of the economic industry in Bladen County. It's the only economic industry in Bladen County. Those small communities like that would just crumble. I mean, we've got areas, just here in Lenoir County in Deep Run, there's a huge mill that buys lots of grain from these local farmers. If there's no hog to feed, there's no grain market for these farmers. I mean, it's just a huge trickle-down effect for our communities, and it's, we've already suffered so much in the agriculture community because of the loss of tobacco economy and the loss of just the farming economy on a whole has just been really in a downward spiral. Input costs have continued to rise, labor costs rise, fertilizer costs rise, but the farmer is getting the same, if not lower, prices for his product than ever. So to remove commercial agriculture, animal agriculture from this area would just be a huge economic blow that we would never recover from.